Okay, so we're going to talk about Susan Boyle a little bit. But first of all, we're going to talk, she has brown curly hair. Good. Yes, she does. So here's an idiom or a proverb that we have in English, a saying. Never judge a book by its cover. Can anybody guess? Yes, it looks like an old book and it looks worn. You know, it looks a little bit worn. The leather looks worn to me on it. So it's a worn leather book. And does anybody know what never judge a book by its cover means? It's a terrific expression and one that you should live by. It's a very important one. Okay, so you can't judge people by what they look like. Good. And they look without the S, okay? It's plural, so you can't judge people by what they look like. That's good. Or you can, here's another way to say that. Appearances can be deceptive. Here's a good word. Deceptive means you don't really, it kind of fools you. It tricks you into thinking something else. Like you might think this book is worthless, has no worth, and you'd throw it in the garbage. And then if you'd opened it up, you might see it's some handwritten, beautifully hand-illustrated book that's worth about a lot of money. Okay, how many people are not given a chance because of the way they look, which is a real shame? Yes, it makes me weep. It does. Yes, it does. I get emotional when I see it. Okay, let's read about what they wrote about Susan Boyle. When Susan Boyle walked on the stage of Britain's Got Talent, the audience saw a dowdy, middle-aged woman from a small village who announced she was unemployed, had never been married, and never been kissed. She was not able to talk properly while giving her answer to one of the questions. She wanted to be a professional singer, but never got a chance in her 47 years of living. Everybody wrote her off as not having the chance to be a great singer, but she stunned the judges and audience by singing, "I Dreamed a Dream." She was simply amazing. Hats off to her. Okay, so there might be a few words in here that you don't understand. Let's look at this one, dowdy. We use this to describe someone who's usually middle-aged or older. And we also use the word frumpy. You'll see the word frumpy used sometimes. And it kind of means old-fashioned. Didn't she look old-fashioned, like right out of the 1940s or something, just that old-fashioned hairstyle. And she hasn't changed her looks a whole lot since, and she's sold millions of records, millions. She's quite wealthy now, I'm guessing. And let's see, you might not know the expression wrote her off. Here it is. Everybody wrote her off. Again, corny. Corny is kind of a little bit, when somebody's corny, that's difficult to explain. Frumpy is more like looking old-fashioned. Corny is just looking stupid, like it's just you don't know how to dress. You look a little bit stupid because you're dressed not correctly. So probably you're dressed old-fashioned, but you might be wearing stylish clothes, but they aren't very good ones. They're not something that people like. So you might look corny. It's sort of a little bit stupid. And people can act corny too, which means they're joking around and acting stupid. Okay? So they wrote her off. Can anybody guess what wrote her off means? Wrote her off? No guesses? Wrote her off. It means they really didn't give her a chance. You know, they just, it's like if your name is on a list and they take your name off the list, you're being written off. Oh, you don't have a chance. You're being off that list of probable people who might do something. Okay, so they wrote her off. Then, okay, good. So that probably covers that one. Okay.